Next up, another one, but this is an anime show. I think we all by now know the Death Stranding video games, but it seems like the creator of Death Stranding said, hey, let's stop at video games. Why not go to the big screen that is anime? And like I reported last week on one of our anime topics, anime is making the most amount of money it's ever made in life. It is no longer frowned upon from people at school saying you watch anime, you're a nerd. I mean, now it's cool. Like, the girl on TikTok is posting crossplay of Demon Slayer. So anime is making the most amount of money if it's ever made. So it only makes sense for people to jump on the bandwagon that is anime. But like I said, the working title of this anime is Death Stranding Isolations. It will stream exclusively on Disney Plus. The target release year is 2027. It will be a original story set in the Death Stranding universe, not just retelling the story of the game. The animation style is traditional 2D. And the makers of the franchise that is Death Stranding said moving beyond video games because he sees streaming and animation as part of the future of storytelling. And that is what made them push for this creation of this anime show for Death Stranding. I think it's interesting. I don't play Death Stranding. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's not a game for me. So I'm very curious in the sense that if the games are not for you, will this anime be for you? So I will watch this just to see in that aspect. Is it like, could they get more audience on the bandwagon that is Death Stranding? Because the game is it's just not for a lot of people. You know, my cousin played it, platted it. I looked at it, I saw what it was. I was just like, no, it's not for me. And he even said it's not for me. So I am curious about where this anime is going to go, what kind of story they're going to tell. There's different elements apparently from the show that they could explore. Isolation, connection, and mystery, are the ones that's really being highlighted, or they feel that's what the anime is going to touch on. Like I said, I don't know what the hell that means because I didn't play the video game. So I'm curious, if you didn't play the video game, can you watch this show? What do you think about this news of an anime?
I'm gonna be real upfront. My answer is about to be long and winded. Kinda, yeah. If you're an anime lover and you ain't played the game, you probably can get away with maybe somewhat of not playing the game and get this. If they do a lot of exposition and breakdown. And the reason why I say that is because, like as my co-host stated, the game made for everybody. I loved it, and I understand Kojima is so beloved, but at the same time, this motherfucker's crazy. He is definitely one of those people who feels himself, but his resume speaks for itself. But if you don't play the games, you're gonna miss out the whole life. And the games is not something you can, I'm gonna blow through this in a weekend. No. It ain't that type of game. There's a lot of dialogue, there's a lot of talking, there's a lot of shit you need to listen to and shit you don't need to listen to, but even the shit you don't need to, you kind of probably should, because it'll play a part later in the game. Now, the animating side, even the artwork here is similar to the artwork they used to do for like the Metal Gear games, and that's what made Kojima famous. And everyone knows Kojima wants to do more than video games. He wants to make movies, but I don't think no one is willing to give him the money to make a movie, which is why he probably went to Disney, because Disney, hey, go ahead, we'll give you the money. Because people don't know this, as much as anime makes money, costs a lot of money. There was recent news that came out. One episode of Dragon Ball Super took 6 months of scripting and then 4 months to make. That's crazy. And me and my cousin, we've talked about this. This is pre before the show came out. Why every anime does not have multiple seasons or the longevity of your One Pieces, your Dragon Balls, etc. Because if it ain't making that money back in some way, shape, or form, it just ain't gonna work. I can see this going somewhere if they are prepared to deliver exposition. If they're prepared to answer the questions the game would have answered without you have playing. Because the isolationist thing, that's part of the game. I won't begin to try to explain it. But something happened in the game that caused everyone to be on their own, separatists, isolated, and in the game, you're pretty much reconnecting everybody back as a society. That's the quickest way I can explain. Now, me, I'm excited for the anime because it's not trying to retell the story of the games. Thank God. There's so many properties based off video games, just retreading what you already know, but in a different form. They're going with something more unique, something on its own, but within the same universe. So many more properties could do this. Star Wars can do this. Hell, we made a Mass Effect episode, and Mass Effect could probably do 10 seasons of a show with how much lore universe has. But for this, I welcome it. I look forward to it. I want to see if Kojima stays with the craziness and fucked upness of his show. And anyone who's ever watched the game, especially with those damn babies. But other than that, I mean, like my cousin said, anime's on the rise. We talked about how Tecmo, that $3.2 billion plan over 10 years, Japan is ensuring Dragon Ball goes nowhere because that's amazing. And then even though One Piece is on its end to finally being over, they have a spinoff. Like I said, I had a long answer and a long explanation. I look forward to this. Now, I won't even begin to say, and I do mean him. My cousin does not have patience in a sense for get to the point type of game. And then I'll tell you right now, I'll tell you right now why I love this game. And my cousin's mentioned multiple times. I'm a hoarder. I hoard shit. A fancy word for hoarding is collecting. Let's be real. Because I can say, oh, yeah, I'm a collector. If I said to a therapist, oh, you're a hoarder. That's how it's going to be dumbed down to. That game is about hoarding and weird shit. And I love both of those. But at the same time, to plat it took over 100 hours. I don't play a lot of games that require that much effort to play and beat, let alone play and plat. This is the transitional step for Kojima to finally broaden his intellect into something other than video game. I know for the longest he's tried to, I won't say coerce, he's tried to find a director with the gumption to make movies based off the Metal Gear games. But if anyone who's ever played that, that would take an astronomical feat of money, scripting, production work, artwork, and everything else because of his kind of fucked up mind. And now in our current living situation with government, that probably wouldn't happen either. But I look forward to this. And thankfully, my cousin, she don't need to play the games because I can explain it to her.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be very, 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 very important, the success of this show going forward for Kojima, since he does have such big aspirations of possibly making a movie one day. This could be put up or shut up. Not saying if this does bad, he can't recover and somebody can't give him another chance, but I think he tells a certain story that's not, like I said, not for everybody. And I'm curious if he switches the deliverance that is going from a game to a show, if that could bridge the gap for some people like me that the game just wasn't for me. And I wonder, could he bring me in on a TV show or a movie? This will be his first test. And, I know Disney pocketbooks are deep, so I know they have high expectations for the anime. So we'll see, how many episodes, how long they are, and just like what kind of story is he gonna tell in this anime show. I am curious. I will check it out just so I can come on our platform and say I actually did it, and we'll see. I got all the hopes in the world. I hope this does good, and maybe this could bring me into the video game, or it could just reaffirm my thoughts that it's just not for me. But let us know in the comments below, how do you feel about a Death Stranding anime coming in the works? And if you did play the video games and are looking forward to this, or if you're like me that didn't play the video games, could you see yourself watching this going forward when this comes out? Let us know in the comments below.
I gotta interject real quick. I don't know what she's talking about. She is not going to play these games. This show
I
will not
never.
change that.
Oh, well,
I'm
see,
telling you,
listen,
this show will not change them.
okay. Hey, I ain't gonna, I ain't here to fight. I just said maybe, who
Uh,
knows? Kojima can really come on this show and knock it out the park, and it'd be like, damn, I'm missing out. He could make some FOMO activate in some people, but we'll see.
FOMO.
We'll see.
And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, are you not entertained?